Hey everybody, welcome to today's video where I'm going to be showing you how to animate a walk cycle in Toon Boom Harmony Premium, and also to show off some of the builds for the Total Drama Oskayi Island comic. So, without further ado, let's get into my setup here. Alright, so this is my setup, and right now I just got Jen's build loaded up, and I'm just going to work on the raw build file, just for simplicity purposes. I'm not going to be creating any new drawings or anything, so it's not really going to affect the overall quality of the original original scene build file. So what I'm going to be doing is just animating a quick walk. I did do a walk for Jen previously, but now I'm going to redo the walk, updated, just so it's a tad bit more up to snuff. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to find a foot for Jen that is better for a walk. There, so now that her feet are both facing the right direction, I'm going to just adjust her eyes really quick using the peg select tool. Going to shift select both eyes just so that I can select both and move at the same time. So we just want to make sure that Jen's looking in the same direction as she's going to be walking. First thing we're going to do is set 4 keyframes that are about, I'm going to go with 5 apart. So hold on, let me just drag this to the very end. So I'm going to Alt 5, or not Alt 5, F5. And I'm going to set it just to 181, because that's the end of the stop timeline. So I'm going to make it 5 keyframes apart. Usually it'd be 4, but I want to have an even number for this one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And F6 to make a keyframe. So that's 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, so what I'm going to do now with this is I'm going to create 4 positions. I'm going to make one stretched all the way out, and since her leg is a little bit different, it's going to be a tad bit of a change, but it's fine. I've got deformers in here so I can adjust these pieces to do certain things. I don't have it set for Jen's skirt, unfortunately, so I'm going to have to mess around with it. I got it set to peg select mode so I can just add all this later. I can also just I got it pegged weird. Just give me a moment here. Okay, I'm gonna have to fix that later. But yeah, this is a good example of when a build has not been completely optimized. I just kind of went in and re-added all the deformers. I actually need to go in here and change some stuff up. Okay, there's that. So that's been set up. Then I'm going to take her foot, and since it's the farthest pivot, or the farthest away, I will just do it with that. And then I will set her back leg up. I actually need this to go up into her skirt a little bit lower so her foot line is there. And also one thing you're going to want to do is if you want to make sure it's really flat, you're going to make a slip line. And usually when I make a slip line, I always make it so it's the furthest apart I can get the legs, or the furthest apart in her stride is where the line will start and end. So I'll make the line here and here, like so. I'll just use this color. There, so that's the line. Let me just make it bigger. So that's our slip line. So this is Jen's stride. So this will make sure that when one foot's moving, so that when we switch legs, when this leg's forward and this leg's back, that she'll be moving the same distance, and she won't have like one stride that's longer, one that's shorter, because that sometimes can happen if you're not careful. And since this foot is too low, I will just raise it up, and then I will just go into all frames mode and raise this one up and make it so that it's just like so. Just so that it's exactly to where the color is here, so I know exactly where her foot touches down, and then I can take this one and say, well, this leg is too low, and just raise it up so that she's always constantly walking on a flat surface. There we go. And then if I really want to be picky about it, I can take this and shrink it down so that it matches. See, these lines here are intersecting and making a circle almost. I'm gonna make it so that this line is with that, so that it's almost exact. It's like mathematical at this point. So ideally what's going to happen here is that this shouldn't be too rough to do. Shouldn't be that bad actually. I'm just got to adjust some points and stuff. Make everything look good. Okay, so alrighty then. Okay, so we got one pose. Let me just drag this one over here and reset it. So this is the furthest stride. So I'm going to take this further. Oh, so we got to adjust the arms now because there's this much stuff you got to put into a walk. So when whichever leg is forward, so this leg's forward, which means that this arm has to be back, or this arm has to be back, so this arm has to go forward. And I'm just going to give her a slight on each arm, just a slight forward and backward on each arm. Because people don't like shake their arms a lot when they're walking, so it's kind of normal that way. Alright, and then what we're going to do on this one here is we're going to make the opposite. Come on. There, now it's reset. So what I'm going to do is make two slip lines. I'm going to take this one here, grab its color, wherever layer I put it on, Control, Shift. So what I'll do is this. I'll have one be the back and one be the front slip line. Now I'll change it to this color. Okay, so the front foot, so this line here, I will take this line, copy it, go to the line art, paste, go back here, take this line, take it out. What I'll do is this. This line here is the blue one, so its slip line is going to be, oh hold on, I gotta set it to snap. Okay, so take this, make a top, take this, make a line up. That's how I know where her foot was. And since I'm doing that, I gotta take this one here, extend it all the way over, take the mouth color, go to here, drag it down. Since it's right here, take this, drag it down, and then back up. There we go. There we go. There. Now I know that it was right there. So yeah, now I know exactly her foot slip. Oh, hold on, I actually got to do this a different way. Give me one moment. So I know that's the front, so I just need to mark the back now because they were both the same way apart. So that's where her other foot should stop. Jeez, am I really messing this up this bad? Give me a moment here. Okay, fun. Okay, super fun. Super fun. Oh my god, I can't believe you've done this. Okay. Hold on, I need to make sure that this is the right length. Okay. No, it is not. Cool. Alright. So that's back foot to back foot. So now what I'll do is I'll take this, drag it back forward and make sure that it matches the front of the foot. Close enough. All I'll do is copy, paste, make it blue, and then drag it back. There. Now this leg should stop at this line, and this leg should start at this line. This is where it'll touch, this is where it'll end, this is where this one will touch, this is the farthest it'll go, and this is where it'll end. So this will help us keep track of the slip line so that she's not walking two separate distances in each stride. There. Done. Don't gotta worry about that now. I just gotta stay consistent in the slip line. So since I know where her leg's gonna end, I can take this, peg up to her leg, change it here, fix the Z space issue that I had going on, and I can peg back down to here. So yeah, it should be with the back foot, so that's where her back foot will end. So if I take this one, this is where this foot should end. There, perfect. So now if I take this, take that peg out, and now I tween it by clicking its Control K, or these buttons here, which is activate and deactivate. So it should do something like this. Okay, probably doesn't look right, so I gotta fix it by adding that key from the middle back. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Click, Control K. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm going to figure out where her. So since I know which height she needs to be at, I'm gonna take her this one here and flatten it out. So if this foot needs to be flat, I'm just gonna eyeball it. I can't really force it. So yes, that's where it should be. Here we go. There we go. So that's where its footstep should be. And now on this leg, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have her leg do something like this. And this is all being roughed in. We got to smooth it out later. Okay, so here's another problem that I've managed to rectify. So with my new deformer system, I can do something like this. I can just drag certain points. And I can also do is make her leg more appealing in this pose. So I'll just go in there and add that in. Give her leg some dimension. So it looks more like her front leg. Maybe a little bit less. So legs look a little more thick. But yeah, just so it looks appealing. We don't want a weird curved back leg. So yeah, there we go. There we go. We got some movement going on. Now that we're here, we need to get. So what I'll do is I'll take. So click, click, and this means to get back to that pose. So it's 1, 2, 3. Okay. And since I have, what I'm going to do here is I'm actually just going to take this. Click O to find the deformer chain. And I'm just going to take the offset and just get rid of it so that it's even no matter where it's at. Boom, 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 boom. Oop, don't want that. And then what I'll do is I will take this, put it there. And then I'll have to add that all in later. Okay, so now I've got stride, mid, stride, mid, stride. Okay, so what I'll do is take this one here, put it over here. And then, I'm actually doing this pretty long. I'm going to have to shorten this stuff a bit. It's not right. Okay, so here it should go back to being right in the middle. So I'm going to find her clean rotation. Copy. Paste. That's just Control C, Control V. Then take this arm. Find this. Control C. Control V. Go into this. Actually get rid of this keyframe. Just so that the arms don't pause in the middle doing some weird jank stuff. So there we go. In there. There we go. That's working fine there. So yeah, when it gets to here, you notice that her foot's going underneath. We're just going to have to clean that up later on during this. But let me actually shorten this down. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Actually, I'll make it longer. There we go. Okay, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keyframe. Shift K. Alrighty, so there we have most of it. We just got to add this middle one here again. Oh, whoops. Picked the wrong peg on the leg rotation. So there we go. Now that we've got that done, we can go up to here and edit the deformer again. Move it up. Move it up. Take this one, move it down. Oops. It's a tad bit too high. So you can move it down a bit. So we also need to get the up and down on here, so I need to take this and flatten it out. There we go. Then take it and just raise her up so that she does proper up and down movements in her walk. So her head goes up, head goes up. Perfect. There. Got somewhat of a walk going. We need to fine tune it a little bit more, but we'll get to that eventually. So just gotta make sure everything's kind of working here. Then we can start to do all of our other stuff to make it look better. Okay, so I'm gonna bolt it down. By bolting down, I mean I'm going to start keying it. So I'm gonna key it all, because I don't really think there's anything else I need to do before I keyed it. Anything else I can manually do. Since I know that it's 4 frames apart for each one, I can just do it that way. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this foot and flatten it out throughout the cycle. Okay, so whenever a foot hits the ground, it automatically goes flat, because that's how your foot usually sits. Alright, so now that we've got this basically working, let me just set it to stop, and then loop, let it play through a couple times. Total drum is also animated on ones, so I have to put it on ones, which means that there's no stopping between the keyframes. Oh my bad, hold on, I got this. Alright, so we are having some problems in her height, it looks like. Let me just double check it. Alright, so what I'm going to do is in the slip chart, I'm going to make a headline. So on her first, the highest she gets in her stride. Does she stop here, or does she... Oh, that would be the reason why it's acting stupid. Okay, let me just take this. Take that, take that. But yeah, I'm just gonna take the slip line here. I'll just grab whichever one I can get a hold of real quick. Copy paste. Then I will take it up to her head. So it's at the tallest point of her arc. So I don't want it to cross that blue line is the rule I'm gonna set. So it doesn't cross, it just touches. Alright, and then I'll take the red line, I guess. Set that as the lowest. And it didn't grab everything. Fun. Yeah, I want that, please. Thank you. Please and thank you. Please, Harmony. That'd be great. Okay, so that's her head height levels. So she never can cross it, and she can never go below it. So unfortunately she goes below it, which is totally fine. I can fix that really easily. I'll just take that. Why is this acting so funny? That's weird, but okay. I got you. I got you. Even though you should be at your lowest right here. And what I'll do is this. Since this should be this height, I can just take this, hold control while I'm moving it. Bam. Now her heights are always the same in her stride. Now I just need to adjust the heights of her feet at the very bottom because that definitely affects some down below. Now let's see how dumb this looks, because I'm probably got some problems. Cool. Alright, now I'm going to do some fun stuff. Now that the legs are moving, I'm going to start adding some secondary actions to her walk. There we go. Now we've got some three-dimensionality to our build. Cool. Cool. It's so radical. It's moving. Alright, so now that that's done, I can go into here. What I think I might do is I might just go in here and add some follow through to her leg. And it's still barefoot. Just as long as I get there. Whatever, you want to get that home as well. I have to have it separate anyway. I'm gonna go ahead and just build certain details, like lines and put inside for the form on this, so I can actually have these certain things. But now we'll go back because that's a build. Because that's a build. Whoops. But yeah, there we go. Nice. It's looking good. It's looking good. There we go. So I'm going to do is I'm going to save. It's totally fine. Like I said, I haven't made any drawings. I haven't done anything crazy to the build. So this is all just working within within the build's total architecture that I've had so far. So I'm not adding any new drawings or anything. So it should be fine to save it into the file because I can just delete it out really quick if I need to. Okay. This gives her hair a little bit more of a flow to it. So it's like bloop, 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 bloop. Alrighty then. There we go. Perfect. Alright, and the one last thing we're going to do is we're actually going to give some bounce to her bust here. Just to make everything seem a little more fluided. Fluided. There. That should be a functioning walk cycle. If I want to, I can add some overlap to her arms, but I think it'd look kind of stupid because people's arms don't typically float around when they're walking. It's more something just if you want to have smoother animation, you can put some arm settle and stuff like that. It would follow the same timing as the hair that I just made and the bust overlay. So yeah, it's just lots of overlapping action, you know, stuff to make everything look a little bit better. But yeah, that is in function the way it should work. And then if you really want to, there's this icon. Oh, it's hidden by my face. Let me just move me really quick. Whoops, wrong one. This one, please. Nope, this one. Okay, it doesn't want to work. Okay, so grab me. Nope, bad. Move me. Nope. Move me. Come on. Oh, I see why. But yeah, down here, there's this icon right here. This play button with a star on it. That gives you a render preview. So I'm going to... There's a window here that'll come up. It says some frames have already been rendered. Do you want to render these frames again? Yes. Okay, so it rendered those. Now a window's popped up here, and you guys don't see it, but I'm going to give it to you guys in just a moment. Okay. So this is basically a render preview. I think to zoom in it's 2. To zoom out it's 1, because you can't scroll into this. So when it's fully rendered out, that's what it looks like, which is cool. But then what I'll do is I will hide the slip line, and I'll do another render preview. So this window will pop up. Click yes, and then it'll bring you a load bar here. Woo. And then it'll render it, and then if you add set to loop, it'll automatically loop, and then you just check it out. And in theory, Jen should be able to now walk across the screen. Alright, now we got back into window capture, so you guys can only see Harmony. So yeah. So now that we've got that done, let's do a little bit of testing. I'm going to import a background. So images. Browse. Let's go to find my backgrounds. Oskayi Island files, BGs. Let's pick one that I can make Jen walk across. Let's go with this one. Okay, so the background's imported. Still moving too fast. Still a bit too fast. Micro adjustments are what we're going for here. Okay, it's good. Let's good. Okay. There. Okay, so now that I think we're done, I'm going to do a render preview, and then I will turn on the view for you guys as soon as it's done. Because moving backgrounds and stuff actually takes a little bit more while to render, because it has to render, instead of rendering all the same stuff in the background all the time, it has to re-render the background every single time because it's moving. So yeah, basically whenever a character is moving across screen or a background is moving, it takes a little bit more while to render. Plus, it depends on how many frames you're rendering. So there we go. So the render window is about to pop up, and it's about to load on my screen. And then I'll let you guys see in just a moment here. Alright, and I will turn on display capture. There we go. And there we go. That's how you make a character walk. That's how you do a walk cycle, and that's how you get her done. So I want to thank everybody for tuning into this. If you want to see how to make your own build in Toon Boom Harmony Premium and in the Total Drama style, or just get some general knowledge so you can use it for your own style, feel free to tune into my live streams where I do character builds live. And if you want to ask any questions or follow along or ask me to go slower or whatever you want to do, feel free to jump over to the stream. That's at twitch.tv/Chester804, which is my Twitch URL. I'll have that in the description below. And yeah, if you want to come over and watch some builds and learn and all that sort of stuff, come on over and we'd be glad to have you. Remember to subscribe, ring the bell so that you can see whenever I upload a new video like this. Or if you want to follow me on Twitch, you'll know whenever I go live immediately, and then you can come watch and then you can get right in on the fun. So I want to thank everybody for watching and hope you all have a good day.